Hello, Isolation Nation. Welcome to yet another social distancing social club. I'm one of your hosts, Ben Gleib. It's been quite a 24 hours, no memory of what I did. Pretty sure there was stuff in there. Life has blended together like some kind of undiscernible dessert that you eat because you just have given up and resigned to the fact that you're going to be a little pudgier than you prefer and you don't know what you're putting in your mouth. That's what life has become for me. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative. Seems like an auspicious note to start the show on. So I'm going to pass it on to one of our other hosts, the middle leg of the quarantine. Please give it up for the newly bald Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Hey, it's newly shorn. I very unlike Ben. I don't think I did any things at all. So I know you did some things in your day. I did no things.
You're aware that you did nothing? You have a clear memory of the last 24 hours?
I have a clear. Okay, you know what? I hosted 2 shows after our live stream, but aside from the 3,
that's what I did. I was on
you were also
shows.
on those.
Thank you for refreshing. It's like Memento happening live.
Yeah, remember when you performed stand-up comedy twice, and then you angered a couple from Florida?
I did anger a couple from Florida. Deserve it. No offense. I think our special guest might be in Florida right now. We will find out shortly. But it is what it is.
It is their fault for that being where their parents probably had sex and then they were born.
Agreed.
They should have known better. I mean, their state is shaped kind of like that. Anyway, we're happy to have you guys. Hello, everyone. Of course, if you want to support the show, you can super chat on YouTube. You can Venmo at the top right of the screen, or you can PayPal at Laugh From Home. There's all kinds of new stuff now. There's Facebook stars, and for the first time, we are also live streaming on my Twitter. So we're going to see if that works, if anybody cares. That's going to be fun. And of course, I want to say hello to our front row. As always, we have our front row audience, and we have some regulars here. We're so excited. Let's see. We've got Jessica. We've got Rebecca. We've got Savannah. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. And I think some more are coming in a bit. And if you want to join us here in the front row, go to laughfromhome.com and pick up a ticket. And with that, the right leg or the left leg? Which one? If I'm the middle one, what is he? Ben, you decided I'm the middle. Ben is muted.
I think I'm the left leg. I would imagine.
I would say he's the tail. I'd say Bowers is the tail. You're the middle leg, and I'm the right leg. And we don't have a left leg. We are
Queen Rachel could be the left leg. We could give
Queen Rachel is the horns.
It makes sense.
Because I'm Jewish. Very offensive.
No, not this Queen Rachel. We mean the good-looking Queen Rachel.
Does not look good on Sundays. What
again?
But that actually makes sense that we have
Are you howling at the moon? What's happening over there?
It makes sense that we have no left leg because we run in circles many times. Anyway, the tail of the quarantine. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey, how we doing? I went to Walmart today, so I know what I did the last 24 hours. 4 of them were spent at Walmart trying to get in that place to get some food. I do think it was kind of fun to watch all the people in their masks. Everyone's wearing masks now. Realize they have terrible breath. That was fun. You could see on their faces that they did not plan this well, and hopefully they'll remember that when they become a regular person again and don't have to wear a mask, and they don't let their bad breath ruin the rest of the world. So I'm happy about that. We do have amazing comics today. Kareem Green is here. Say hi to Kareem. Kareem, say hello, everybody. Hey, and we have Carmen Morales. I don't know if Carmen's in here right now, but say hi to Carmen if she's here. Say hi to Carmen Morales. She's going to be great. And other than that, we got a great show. Ben, do we have today's game? Do we have the winner from yesterday's game? And
wait. Before we do that, you can't just gloss over the fact that you went to Walmart for groceries. You live in Los Angeles now, where there are stores.
What I'm saying is the stores don't have the Vons by my house and the Ralphs by my house don't have all the stuff we were looking for, so we had to go to Walmart. So,
yeah, I don't know why people hot dogs in a 36 pack.
Right, they don't sell. They only sell them 4 at a time. At Vons, that's not enough hot dogs, Steve. We all know that. I need a brick of hot dogs, or I'm not going to be.
I don't understand why people aren't using Instacart. Why are you trying to go out and get coronavirus? Can you explain that to me, please?
I don't know what Instacart is, and I wanted to.
Hold on. He's willingly shopping at Walmart while living in Los Angeles, and you want him to use Instacart? One step at a time. Let's have him go to a gas station first. Like there are levels here.
Strong point. Let me rephrase that. Why don't you ask your wife/sister to go out to the store for you?
My girlfriend, who's not my wife or my sister, but I appreciate
I was making a joke about you being
a hillbilly,
inbred and a hillbilly and not knowing anything fancy. The joke didn't work great.
Is this what you got in trouble for with the Florida people? Is that what happened, Ben? Anyway,
basically.
So I look, maybe it was a mistake. I go out every 4 days and I go to a store and I buy food. I probably should.
Every 4 days?
I got to go outside at some point to drive in my car. I just can't sit in my apartment.
We want you safe, man. Come on.
You don't have to go to a store every 4 damn days?
Well, by the way, Ben, hold on. Hot dogs do go bad rather quickly. So they're going to spoil.
They go in my mouth. They go in my mouth very quickly. It's not like they're spoiling. I'm just eating them all. I just need more hot dogs.
Yeah, and they limit it to 136 pack per customer. So that's the real problem. All right.
That's every 4 days. That's my point. Every 4 days, I need more hot dogs.
I disapprove of most of Bauer's life decisions, but that's nothing new. We hope you remain virus-free. The winner of our 24-hour overnight game on Twitter, our hashtag SDSC game, was hashtag worst meals, and Jen Winklepeck submitted the following answer. Long ago in Tacoma, I ate a living goldfish to win front row Backstreet Boys tickets. Side note, I won. I didn't get to eat for the rest of the evening because I was busy being a teeny bopper, so I'll count that as a meal. Yes, it counts. Yes, it wiggled the whole way down.
Nice. All
Congratulations, right. You've won yet another prize for having swallowed a live goldfish. Who thought that would have been one of your best decisions?
That's the prize that keeps on giving.
Yes.
Our game for today, we will announce right now the game we'll be playing all episode long. Please join us in the comments. The game for today is Quarantine a Movie. Take any movie title you'd like and make it quarantine style, or the plot, whatever you want. Play it as you'd like. You can enter for free in the comments, or if you'd like to be considered for the prize, you enter a $5 super chat or PayPal or Venmo or more, and you are eligible for the prize of all 13 of our hosts' digital albums and a ticket to the front row of this audience. Steve Hofstetter is now surrounded by goldfish.
The only ones that I will eat to win anything.
Fair enough. Although not as exciting as being surrounded by falling Cheerios being bandied about by Charo, twirling churros.
Which, by the way, I mean, that is just such a ridiculous thing. And why would anyone do that? Oh, God, here it is again. Okay, here we go.
Are we seeing it? I don't know if we are. Okay, good.
Yeah, we are. There it is. All right. And then, oh, no, it wasn't on the screen. Okay, cool. Now, there it is.
There we go. Charo with churros and Cheerios.
Yeah, and just for good measure.
So the game for today is Quarantine a Movie. So please join us. And there's me again eating a sour lemon. I'm the host of my game show.
Can we give a couple examples just to get people playing?
I would love that.
Okay. I have the Shawshank Transmission. Iron Deficiency Man. The Dark Knight Rises at 11, maybe 11:30. And of course, my favorite kids movie, Frozen Food. So some examples for you if you guys want to play along. Play along in the comments. It's free to enter, of course, but if you want to win the prize, it is $5, or you have to swallow a live goldfish on film and send it to us. But we prefer the fact.
Facts. I love it. Is it time for our celebrity guest?
It is.
Let's do it.
I love it. Since you showed a photo of Idiot Test again, she was a contestant on a special celebrity episode of Idiot Test. She was the original host of the car remodeling and pimping out show Overhaulin', and just became one of the most beloved and well-known and famous women in all of the car world. She then went on to host Destination Wild. She hosted Power Nation on Spike for many years. And she is also the host, EP, and creator of The Ride That Got Away. Season 1 is currently on Amazon Prime. Season 2 is underway and will be on History Channel this fall. Also, she was one of FHM's 100 Sexiest Women in the World. Please welcome Courtney Hansen, everybody.
Thank you, BG. Thank you for that. Thanks, you guys, for having me on.
Thanks for being with us. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm trying to make the most of this crazy time. Yes, we're eating a lot, but I'm also exercising a lot. I got a new bike today. My daughter, who's 5, is riding a bike without training wheels. So every second she wants to be outside. So yes, eating a lot and also getting a lot of workouts in.
I love that.
The good
I'm doing
news
half
is
of that myself.
Yeah. The good news also is you're a car host, and cars are still totally okay. Like you can still drive around.
And I do, like, I have to get out of the house, as you all do too, I'm sure. And so I find that driving is therapeutic, and I do my calls. I work remotely from the car. So yes, cars are alive and well during this time.
Where are you right now? Are you in Florida?
I'm in Florida, and you guys, you were surrounded by goldfish. I'm surrounded by naked ladies on this painting, this Indian painting. I purposely did that for you guys.
Yeah, I'm totally surrounded by naked ladies also at home by myself, quarantined by myself for 5 weeks.
You're just torturing him. You're torturing him.
They're just out of frame. You can't see them because they're out of frame. They're on the other side of the camera. If you could just see them on the other side of the camera, they all live in Canada. You guys know them, right?
Yeah, if that painting's at Steve's house, there'd be stuff all over it. That's all I'm
Oh, it would match your jacket.
And I'm glad my 5-year-old isn't sitting right here.
Courtney, you are in Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida right now, in Southwest Florida.
Does that make the quarantine 500 times worse? You never know what's going to happen in Florida. Sinkholes, bath salts, people eating each other's face off, alligators, etc.
All of it. And nobody's taking it seriously.
I bet they're not. They're back on the beaches.
They're just like, so they maybe did like 3 days of quarantine. They're done.
Yeah. By the way, I was gonna have a question for Courtney, but we already have one from our live video audience. Can we do that?
Oh yeah.
Sure. Jarrett, Rachel, because Queen Rachel turns into Jarrett on Sundays.
Yeah.
So do you already see? Oh, Rachel didn't give you those. Sorry, I'll do the Venmos. Savannah Martin has a question for Courtney. Savannah, a regular on our show. She stands Bowers when we make fun of him too much. So what is your question, Savannah?
So I've considered going for my master's in marketing because I already have my bachelor's, Ben. I just thought you would like to see a successful mug. So Courtney,
yes,
you went to university, correct?
Yes, I did.
For marketing?
I did.
Would you do it again?
I would do it all over again. I loved it. I had a blast at FSU, and another comedian, Bert Kreischer, went there too. We were friends in college. You guys all know Bert. And I had the greatest experience, but it wasn't all education for me. It was a lot of fun. I was president of my sorority. I was involved in all these different organizations. Yeah, Pi Beta Phi. And I worked hard, but I played really hard. And I feel like that's what you're supposed to do in college, right? And so I would absolutely do it all over again.
Wait,
Courtney, you've always done that.
Were you
You've
there
always
during...
partied very hard. Equally with your serious. Yeah, you're a big tequila drinker. I love that. You spawned in me a love of tequila.
Woo! I'm happy to do it.
Courtney, were you there for Bert's first 3 years or his last 4?
I was there during the first 4. We were there together. Yeah.
Yeah. By the time he graduated, you had a couple jobs already.
Yeah, I lived in like 5 cities, and then I was in Los Angeles for 3 years, and then Bert graduated, and then he came to LA. But,
nice.
But he's killing it.
What was Bert like in college? Because he still talks about those days. He's the party animal. The Rolling Stone story about him being the real life Van Wilder. What was he like?
Just a little bit skinnier.
No shirt.
Fantastic. Still no shirt?
I don't think he was big on wearing a shirt then either.
He's been no shirt since day one.
He actually dated my sister.
Thing.
He dated.
Wait, he dated your sister?
Yeah.
He dated Jordan?
Yes. They were.
Is now a good time to bring up why Ben knows your sister's name?
Sure.
Can I do this? So, Courtney, I've met you before, but in a different context, you were not on our show as much as you were Ben's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So That's a fun thing for everyone to know.
Yeah,
I'm not just being a dick. I asked Ben if it was okay to say this ahead of time.
It's fine with me. I don't know if it's okay with Courtney, but
and also we don't know if the judge is cool with it either. But I think that it was becoming more. I was like, I don't know if I should bring this up or not. I was kind of teasing a little bit, and then you clearly knew way too many details about her life, and I was like, all right, it's pretty obvious that these guys have a history.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories. A lot of stories.
Ben, did you just book her on the show so you could say that she was in the top 100 hottest women FHM? Just so you could say you dated one of those? That's
not
a pretty good
fact.
booking. That's a pretty.
In fact, I'm embarrassed of in my life. I'll tell you that.
No, that's. Yeah. I've never been more impressed with you until right now. This is the most I've ever liked you. So,
I forgot about it. I was like, oh wait, that's right. I forgot.
I'm curious. Though.
You dated Ben, or you're the top 100? Did you forget?
Courtney, what number were you? What number were you?
Probably 100.
I don't think that's true.
The number?
I feel like
Ben's
it was like
girlfriends or in the top 100?
I don't know.
I don't think it was anywhere near 100. Maybe, but also you were on the cover of it. They only chose 12 people for the cover, and you were on the cover.
Oh, how do you remember these things?
Because it's his resume.
Let me explain.
That's how.
Yes. A man that has dated one of the hottest women in the world remembered if she was on the cover of the magazine or not.
It's his intro. It's his intro for a comedy show. Like, welcome to the stage. He's been on Idiot Sass. He once dated one of the top 100 HFF. Ben Gleib. It's his credit.
There's a reason. Ben, don't swing your camera out. You'll see the framed cover, Courtney. It's real embarrassing.
That was a major part even of my presidential campaign. I once dated one of the hottest women in the world, and I can bring the country together. And they're like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm like, I just wanted to mention it.
Here's the thing. If she was top 10, though, they would have given you a second mug. So
they were making fun of me, Courtney, because I only have one mug for my campaign. I was joking, to clarify. Plenty of people ordered mugs. I only ordered one.
Hey, Ben, people have been asking me, are you going to stay in politics?
Hell fucking no.
Oh.
I'm out.
You're out.
You're not going to have Ben Gleib to push around anymore.
You're not going to run for Congress or... No?
No, I just ran for one specific reason, to try to help us stop Trump and give another option during a very important election. I did not succeed in the ultimate goal of that, and I hope we still win. I don't have a desire to be in politics. I just had a desire to help the country, and I'll do that in ways I can be more effective, which is as an entertainer and an advocate for things.
That's the kind of thing that someone would say when they're angling for a vice presidency. Don't really want. I don't really know.
I haven't ruled it out. I can't say I ruled it out, but
I think Ben would be a great comptroller for like Reseda or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. I think he could run for comptroller.
You want to be alderman? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, be an alderman. I'd vote for you.
Thank you. It's a bit of a step down from president, but I will take it under advisement.
You can go condo board president if you want.
I've ran and lost many times.
Same number of votes, by the way.
Courtney, I guess the question on everybody's mind is, after dating me, has it been hard to get to a peak like that again in your life? Has it all been
tough? It's been a tough road, Ben.
Tough, right?
It's been super tough.
I know.
Also,
he does it, or how do you get through?
Well, I'm a strong, determined woman, and I'm getting through. I'm getting by.
The other question, and I understand that she shouldn't have the headphones on, but just as people who know Ben really well, can we see the kid?
Kid is a lot younger than when Courtney and I dated, so you'd have to be like a Benjamin Button kind of baby to possibly.
She wanted to be here for this, but I thought maybe that's probably not a good idea.
Well, sure. She hardly ever gets to see her dad. It's tough. It's tough on the kid.
We did go to lunch.
That was
one
too
day.
far even for me. I'm
Ben,
sorry. That was really.
That day at lunch, where did we go for lunch? The vegan
it was
spot.
dinner. It was dinner.
Oh, it was dinner. It was dinner, and it was Ben and his girlfriends and Holland. And Holland was like 3, or two. I think she was 2, and it was terrible 2s. And you guys, it was. She goes, "We're all hearing what you said."
It was not her best. It was not her best night.
It was not her best night, and it was like, I mean, I had to take her to the restroom more than once. And here she is. She wants to say hi. Just come say hi, real quick. Just say hi. They want to say hi. Anyway, it was like a hellacious. She showed her terror personality.
Hi, Holland.
Holland. There's Ben.
Wait, Holland, can you do me a favor real quick and just throw on a flannel shirt and hold a mug just so we could.
How are you, Holland?
Say, I'm doing great, Ben. Tell Ben how you're doing. You remember?
Hi, Holland. How are you?
Good. Riding a bike with no training wheels.
I heard you're riding a bike with no training wheels now. Congratulations.
You said congratulations. Thanks. And she
Consider
just came out
yourself
of the
very
pool.
lucky. You only have to see me once every 5 years or so.
To see him once every 5 years or so. No, we'll see you this summer. We'll make a point to see you this summer.
If society ever opens up again, we don't know.
And one good thing about Florida is the pool. And so Holland has been in the pool. When she's not biking, she's in the pool. Baby, I need that. I need that for my, she took one of my earbuds. I'll be fine with one.
You know, already stealing things at 5. She's advanced. That's impressive. Me to like 7, so.
Oh man. Okay, I can.
If Courtney can't hear us, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Because you had a surprise in your pool the other day, didn't you?
Oh my gosh, there was 2 snakes, 2 black racer snakes in the pool, and I think they were mating, and they loved it. They did not want to get out of the pool, and so it took like an hour to get them out, and now she's coming back because she.
Wait, tell us again why Florida's good.
We're on the same wavelength, Steve. We're
Full of snakes. Full of snakes. That sounds fun. You're selling it. You're selling it real hard. Come down to the pool full of black snakes having sex.
Offhand, I don't typically remember. I don't remember the order of the plagues, but I'm pretty sure that's in there, right? Pool full of snakes.
Oh man, it was definitely crazy, and I am not a fan of snakes. And we like April is the month that they all come out, so we've been.
How'd you get them out?
The driveway, just a stick, like a big stick, and they find.
You have a snake month. Florida has a snake month?
Yes, it's like in the month of April. And the reason I know this is because my mom has a legitimate fear. Like she will call 911 if she sees a snake. And so she's read every book about snakes and done all this research, and she's visited all these snake museums and different things where like it took her like 25 years to finally touch a snake. And then she held a snake and was but anyway, so she knows everything about snakes. So she was over the other day doing the social distancing thing in the driveway, and I was walking out to bring water or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, there's a snake. And then she went into this whole thing about, she did not call 911 that time, but she went into this whole thing about how April is the snake month and they all come out and they're mating and they're excited to be in the sun. So anyway, that's why I know that.
Your mom has another.
Not living in Florida since she hates snakes. I mean, come on. I mean, move to Indiana. There aren't any snakes there.
I know,
yeah, that's why Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes, and he's not Florida Jones.
That's right. Florida Jones would have been such a different movie. A lot more Weekend at Bernie's style, I think.
He's like gigging, and they're like, are you looking for artifacts? And he's like, no, meth. I'm looking for more meth. Actually.
And you see my teeth? Actually, he switches the thing with just a bag of teeth. It's not saying it's a bag of teeth.
I'm just happy I'm killing it with the 5-year-old. I found my demo.
Yes.
All right, let's do a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
He destroys 5-year-old.
Yeah. I haven't even done.
You guys.
We haven't even done. We should do a couple super chats and then we'll do the comics. So we'll run through a couple real quick. So we have Jennifer Kofed came in on the Venmo, says $2, says just don't turn on a black light. I think that was for me. And then Z Bunster the Bunst says, hey, looks like everybody showered. Oh, that is so nice. Looks can be deceiving. And that's all I got on my end. We got some super chats coming in.
Yes, we do. Todoresk gave $2, said Colleen needs a Wegmans. That has to be about the grocery store conversation that's happening.
By the way, to the rescue. You're playing the part of Rachel perfect.
To the rescue.
Yes, you are. You would know that if you weren't so
Use-
hungover like every Sunday, Rachel.
If that's what you want your screen name to be, use a capitalization or a dash or something to
That's
direct
fair.
you.
Nope.
Jesus.
Nope.
All right. Kyra M sent $5. Leave Florida alone, Ben. We are a proud, non-existent species. Come at me. Oh, very nice.
Well, I'm happy to leave Florida alone. I try whenever possible.
And Amina Saleh sent $1.99. Said, Holland, smile and say hi, daddy.
She's watching in the other room. She's heard that.
That's actually what Ben also usually tells his dates. So that's
He has very specific wording he uses. Very specific.
You think my puns are long?
I think we're ready for a comic now. I think we're
Yeah,
ready
let's
for a
do it.
comic. Are we ready? All right. Come to the stage first. Oh, man, you're going to love this guy. New York comic. He's been on Comedy Central, HBO, live at Gotham. It was very funny. Kareem Green, everybody. Kareem Green.
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me?
yep.
Good.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Before I say anything, I'd like to first and foremost give a shout out to all of the essential workers out there, and I also want to give a shout out to the unsung heroes of social distancing, deadbeat dads. That's right, because they have been the real MVPs of social distancing. They started years ago before all of us. I don't know about other people, but they definitely been doing it. Another thing is, what I've been doing during these times is keeping myself busy. I've been working out. I've been working out a lot, because there's a lot of diabetes in my family, and I've been through a lot of things in my life. I've been locked up before. I've been in fights where I almost lost my life. I grew up in foster homes, but you must be crazy if you think I'm gonna let sugar kill me. You understand that? I'm not going out like I don't see how you're gonna let an ingredient take you out. I don't. You're gonna let a flavoring finish you off. I don't get it. You don't get it. I'm not going out like that. I'm saying. I realize a lot of different things, man. Another reason I'm working out too is because what's going on right now. I realize something. I need to be in shape because I'm getting ready for the revolution. That's right. Every time I see somebody out of shape, I'm like, "Ooh, you're looking like a new government victim to me." And I'm just saying, I'm not saying I ain't gonna get caught, when the revolution go down. I'm just saying, I want to get tased at least twice, Because you ever see somebody who get tased more than once, you be like, damn, that's my hero. Two tases? Oh. They pull it out. Guy who get tased once is sad because he never get to finish his story. He be like, I don't care what nobody say. I ain't going nowhere. I don't give a damn. Ready for the revolution. Oh my goodness, man. It's been a lot now. It's been a lot going through what we've been going through, man. And I noticed a lot of people have gotten happy because they got their stimulus checks. And I'm not even waiting for no stimulus check because to be honest with you, I never gave them my stimulus money, if you know what I mean. If I ask for that stimulus money, they're gonna give me 15 years of quarantine. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? Not even worth it, man. It's not worth it no more. I learned another thing too. Being out here dealing with these situations, I noticed a lot of people got mad. They got mad because a tiger caught the COVID-19. And I was upset because we can't get a test. That's what I was wondering. Why we can't get a Tiger fan? You got to be either a Tiger or a celebrity to get a COVID or a celebrity COVID-19 test. Ridiculous out here, you know. You gotta be very crafty nowadays. You gotta be very crafty. I'm learning a lot of things, man. I'm learning, you know, being in a quarantine, like with my lady and everything. I don't know how everybody else being in quarantine. That's when you know if you're really gonna make it, you know. Because now you got to deal with them in and out, and you know what I'm saying. And they got to deal with you. So you know, and I'm learning things about my lady because, for one, poignant information. My lady's white, right? And this is my first white relationship, you know, or interracial, white relationship. And one of the things I've noticed is she's a scared person. I don't know. Maybe this is a white girl thing. She's a very scared person. Like even when we go to sleep, she'll wake up in the middle of the night like, oh my God. And I'm like, what's the matter? She'll be like, you. And I'm like, I think her first black guy. That's what but to her defense, I do sleep in a ski mask. So, you know. She likes it. She like it Caucasian cold in the house. I like it African American warm. So I sleep in a ski mask, you know. And every time she gets scared too, she farts just a little bit. So it evens the scale, you know what I'm saying? Because you never ever get to see your lady fart. So when it does, you know, it brings them down to earth. They can't act better than you as they used to do, you know. I'm learning a lot of things, man. I'm learning a lot of things. We're different ages, right? We're big, you know, there's a big age gap, you know what I'm saying? And we've never met each other's family, you know what I'm saying? Because they're still kind of you know, our families are still kind of racist, and we're just kind of waiting for some people to die, you know, so we can make the proper because you know, we're just waiting for this COVID-19 to just so we can just you know, do its work to make us a bigger family, you know. We're dealing with it the best we can. But she's worried too, you know what I'm saying? She's not even worried about my race being an issue for her family because we never met each other's family. She's actually worrying about the age factor. You know what I'm saying? Like her, you know, she thinks her parents may be upset, you know, that I'm a bit older than her. But I'm not. That's one thing I'm not worried about. Because one thing I've realized about white people, they are very, very terrible at calculating black people's ages. It is a beautiful thing. Oh my God. What is he, 23? It's going to be a beautiful union, man. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. I'm Kareem.
Yes.
Kareem Green, everybody. Kareem Green.
Kareem Green, he crushed it, and he's part of our new program here on SDSC where we're bringing senior citizen comedians to perform. And it's great having you here. He just turned 80 this month, 80 years old.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love, y'all. Y'all have no idea. I'm a mystery.
The tip jar, of course, is open. If y'all want to tip Kareem, you can do so. Top right corner of the screen. You can Venmo, of course. You can super chat on YouTube, or you can PayPal. Laugh from home. By the way, Kareem, you are so right about that. You know, this thing putting couples to the test. I'm quarantined by myself. I still almost dumped me. Like, this is how difficult it is.
You almost left yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I gotta stop hanging out with this guy. And then also just the tiger joke is that is so true that like I heard that and I was like, holy crap. I was like, the only people who can get a test are either tigers or named tiger.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way.
Get that tiger
Kareem.
insurance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or be in the cast of Tiger King. That said, throw some tips in. And I know we had a general come in meanwhile that I'll read out. We had Liberty Smith threw in $20. Says not much, but a little tip for the lovely Courtney Hansen. And then we also have, by the way, one of the 100 most beautiful people in the world. Jennifer Kofid threw in $2 and said, for Kareem, I stepped out for a minute, came in, and my 4-year-old had an earbud in and was laughing hysterically. I have no idea what was said, but she thought it was hilarious. Mother of the year.
Oh, humor.
For the record,
It is.
Jennifer, if we could see a picture of that
That
4-year-old to make sure that Ben's not the father, we would really appreciate that as well.
that one I am the father of, and I miss you both. I'll be home soon.
I thought it was ballsy that Kareem opened up with deadbeat dad jokes with Ben right here in the room. It was really, really with your,
I am happy to be hosting this show for the last 4 weeks from an undisclosed location, and you cannot find me.
Yeah. By the way, now we know why he hates Florida so much. Now we just figured out why.
By the way, Kareem, changing topics away from that. Kareem, I loved your diabetes joke. That is hilarious. A flavoring will not take me down. It's so damn.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, Randall Longmire threw in $5 on the Venmo and says Kareem killed. Well, at least tased twice. Nice. What else we got?
Oh, that's lovely.
All right. So for Kareem, Hudson in Florida gave $3. For Kareem, great set. Frankly, BOD gave $5. For Kareem, I'm in healthcare and love the testing bit. Great set. Jessica Kibble sent $24.99 and just said Kareem. Assuming that's how it's pronounced. There's a lot of E's. Your boy sent $13.99. Kareem's pretty jokes. LMAO. I don't know. In Canada, I guess they call them pretty if they like the jokes.
So gritty.
Z Bumster gave $20 for Kareem and the 4 Taze jokes. Scott gave $5 for Kareem and said great set.
Wow,
Nice.
that's beautiful.
We
I think
also
I'll get
had
my stimulus money now. Go ahead.
Yeah. By the way, we can't let anyone from the government see this episode, otherwise Kareem's going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Please can it.
Yeah,
Kareem,
we have.
Kareem has always
Chats also.
Kareem has always tried to pattern his career after Wesley Snipes, and he's doing great so far.
I'm going for Blade 6. I'm going.
Yeah.
You know the government a lot of money when they start garnishing your Venmo account. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, they already took his background. I mean, look. So
he's in a lot of trouble when they start garnishing his hot dogs. That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the IRS comes and takes 40 of my hot dogs.
Yeah. Also, Bowers has never had a garnish on his plate. So with that,
I have a question for Courtney. Courtney,
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit about your show, The Ride That Got Away? What made you create it? And what did you see that was missing? And what can we look forward to in season 2?
So I was hosting a show called, you said it earlier, Power Block, which became Power Nation for 10 seasons. And I was thinking, at some point, I'm going to get fired for the girl who's half my age and a tenth my rate. And so I need to be.
Wait, do you have her number?
I actually do. And so I wanted to get into producing. That was always the end goal. But I love hosting too. And I had an idea of doing a show where you would reunite deserving people, no celebrities, no wealthy people, but really deserving people who give back to the communities, veterans, just people who give back and have gone through serious shit in their lives. We would reunite them with their beloved dream car or truck that they had to sell when they came on hard times. So I created the show and actually raised the money to produce it, and got an incredible team together. The team is a little bit different in season 2 because we're going to be shooting in Atlanta instead of California. But I feel like we're stepping it up on every level. But anyway, so we reunite deserving people with their beloved dream car and surprise them in this elaborate reveal after making the car into a work of art, like the work of art that they imagined driving. So it's really special.
That's
and all the
awesome.
stories are different, and it tugs at your heart, but it's also a lot of fun, and the guys on the show are awesome. So love
now,
it.
Courtney, I have a question for a friend that would be on the show. In order to be on the show, would you have had to have paid your taxes, or?
Probably a good idea.
Okay. It's a shame. I'll let him know. I'll let him know.
And by the way, if you know anyone, and they don't have to have the car. Like people always say, well, they don't have the car. They don't have to have the car. The whole idea is that it's the ride that got away. So if somebody had a killer 69 Camaro or a 65 Mustang or whatever, a classic car that was special, and they have a deserving story to go with it, you can submit it at Royal Garage. It's just ROYL garage.com. It stands for Ride of Your Life. We do know how to spell. And you can also submit the story to me, and I'll pass it along to the casting team. But we're looking for stories for future episodes. So
now, Courtney,
I heard that
if you have. So Courtney, if you have like a really cool car that you love, but you want like a nicer one, could you still be on the show? Is that?
As long as you have a really deserving story and you give back.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm out. That's okay. Don't worry, I'll be on a different show. That's fine.
But you can't submit yourself. It has to be done on your behalf. So somebody has to believe that you're.
Oh yeah, sure. Dave Hofstetter was going to submit me.
Do you guys vet who submits the people?
We are doing a little bit of that. Like we're doing background checks and making sure that everything's above board and that these stories are genuine. You can tell that they are. I mean, because there's pretty heavy stuff usually to go with the stories, and they have pictures of the car, and so it's cool. And you can check out season 1 on Amazon Prime right now. It's called The Ride That Got Away.
I hope that you do, because I used to do a bit about Extreme Home Makeover, because I freaked out when I found out that 10% of the people on Extreme Home Makeover were lying about their situation and just trying to raise money for their business. And like my joke about it was like, what is ABC's vetting process? Like someone calls up, be like, hey, can you build me a house? They're like, yeah, well, where do you live now? Like, in this empty field with these blueprints. If you could just.
Oh, that's bad.
And that's ABC. Yeah, they did not vet well at all. Speaking of which, could I have a vet? Is that?
I think I'm gonna nominate Exhibit. I think he's on some hard times right now, and he's got a bunch of.
Oh my
we
God!
Found the popcorn maker in the garbage. We found the hot dog machine. Like I just say, we just pimp it out. That I
wait, let's do that. Bowers, are you just describing your car?
Yeah, I panicked. I didn't think of another car. I'm like, what's my
like the popcorn maker, the hot dog machine.
Very specific.
Hot dog machine.
To lift up the armrest, there's a hot dog roller in there.
Also, I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Bowers, while he does not have a classic 69 Camaro, he does have a basic 69 disappointing.
Either way, we've got Christopher Capo threw in another $10 and says, Kareem, that was hilarious. Ben, I also have a deadbeat dad. Good job, Ben.
Thank you so much.
Martin has $10 for Kareem, and also a question, please. So yeah, let's throw it to Savannah.
I have peanut butter in my mouth.
Well, you should have thought of that before you gave us money for the show.
I got a couple of super chats if you want to give her a second to have a glass of milk or something.
Let's do some super chats.
Okay.
Our college graduate thinks she can ask a question with peanut butter in her mouth. Just saying.
So
wait, hold on. Wait, she's drinking out of a successful mug. Sorry, give her a second.
So, to the rescue.
Nice.
Gave another $2 and said, also bearded Rachel, Cali is California, which I know because I grew up there. And Shannon Kerr gave $10 and said, Steve, I emailed you a bit ago and I told you how my fiance died and you made me laugh. Here's to making me laugh even more. Also 99 cents for Bowers to get a new hot dog. And I just want to how brave it was that Steve made Shannon laugh when her fiance died.
I was so terrified as that question was unfolding. Like, as with each new word of that comment, I was like, oh God, oh no, oh, what else happened? Oh, and then she said, thank you. Oh my God. Okay, thank you so much.
What did you say to her that made her laugh about her fiance being dead? Or did she
I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't know.
You get a lot of emails from people saying their fiance died. You throw back something.
Actually, yes.
and-
Actually, yes.
That's your niche.
It's really weird. My niche has kind of become like consoling people. I think it's because I talk about losing my dad, and so a lot of people have like reached out with that stuff. And I very much appreciate it, and it does mean a lot to me. I don't remember making fun of the situation, which is why it's not standing out to me.
And then you rip them to shreds as soon as they email.
Yeah, that's what I do. Comedian destroys person who lost loved one. Like that's
Comedian destroys grieving widow.
yeah.
I think that when someone's fiance dies, it's because that person was just really afraid of commitment.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad that you emailed me and not Ben. I just want to say it's super important.
Right?
By the way, also
Who's that little kid
Jennifer
behind you?
Kofed sent this picture of her kid and said that it's definitely not Ben's. So
No, it's cute. That's a super cute kid. There's no way it's Ben.
yeah. And I don't know why Zoom decided to put the picture sideways, because it wasn't sideways on my computer.
I see a lot of similarities here. I see a kid with a bright future, great sense of humor. I see a lot of skills, great teeth, great smile. Seems like it could be a fitting image, honestly. I think you guys just don't see it.
Yeah. And it says, what is it? Future Farmers of America. What is the
Well, FFA is Future Farmers of America, so it's
she's future Farmers of America member.
He's gonna farm one day, but not for a very long time.
Yeah, it'll be from now on. Yeah, I don't think that kid is very clearly not Ben's. There's no way. Yeah, that kid's adorable.
Should we do Savannah's?
Savannah, are you ready for your question?
She's back for her question. Peanut butter curry? Let's do it.
So Kareem, great set, first of all. Waiting on your parents.
Thank you.
Or people in your family to die. That was great. I really enjoyed that. You talked about
when it
running.
happens, by the way, I can console you. Just so you know. I'm very good at that.
I'm calling you for dead jokes.
You talked about running in your set, like just how you've been running. But on February 6, 2011,
She's doing the thing.
you tweeted, I don't tweet much because I'm mostly a listener, but I'm practicing running my mouth skills, LOL. Are you running in quarantine, like physically running, or just practicing still?
Wait,
By the way,
again?
Savannah is the show's detective, just so you know. She's the resident detective.
Orion and detective.
I haven't ran in years, but when?
Yeah,
I didn't say that in my set, but what I said working out, but what did you?
Oh, well, I guess I watched some of your videos beforehand, but that's a different.
She does her homework.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because she graduated, Ben.
Ben.
But what was the question again?
Oh,
are you running
are you
running or running your mouth?
or just running your mouth?
Am I running or just running my mouth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right now, yeah, just running my mouth. That's all it's about. Running my mouth. It's
And I gotta say, the long walk we took to get here was also very exhilarating.
That tweet was from 9 years ago when Kareem was 12. So
yeah, that was a journey.
Well,
Yeah, the following year he turned 43.
Kevin hearted me. She found a 10-year-old tweet for me.
She was Kareem. She was trying to cancel you, and she found nothing. I'm very happy about that.
There goes my Oscar shot.
I do love how Savannah has this great big ledger that she reads. It's like the book of secrets. Ledger, you are officially in this business.
She had to transcribe his entire Twitter. So that takes a bit.
I didn't know nobody ever searched my Twitter. I didn't even think was Twitter worthy of searching. That was deep. That was deep right there.
All right, are we ready for our next comic?
Savannah? Sure.
I think we're ready. Are we ready for the next comic? Well, first of all, Kareem, what are your plugs? Where we can find you running your mouth or your legs? Where can we find you?
Okay. Where I'm mostly at, I'm not hardly on Twitter anymore, but I'll be on. I'm on Instagram at Kareem Green 21, YouTube the Kareem Green, and Facebook at Kareem Green 21. You know, those are my spots.
So Kareem Green of your age, and that's where we'll find you. Perfect. Sounds good. All right. Thank you, Kareem. One more time for Kareem Green. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to bring in our next comic. Are we ready?
Yeah.
This next comic is amazing. She's seen her on HBO Latino XM Sirius Satellite, and she's also a regular at the world famous Comedy Store in Hollywood, where they're having a benefit this week. She's going to talk about it a little bit. You know, very funny. Carmen Morales, everybody. Carmen Morales.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate all of you giving me a reason to shower. I have not been regularly doing that, so I'm glad you can't smell over Zoom. This is very nice. Anytime I do a Zoom show, I'm like, today's the day. I wash my hair. It's been nice. Giving me a reason to get out of bed. This has been rad. I went to the grocery store because I am brave. I'm a hero, and there was I keep seeing people wearing masks, but they wear them underneath their nose, so they look ridiculous and for no reason. Is that the look you're going for?
Yes, I want to look stupid and also ineffective. Like, is there any way I can do that? Oh yeah, I want my nose out. I don't want people knowing how do they just want everybody to know how much they paid for that fucking nose? Is that what's going on? I don't need to see it. Come up, weirdo. It makes no sense. These people are just ridiculous. I also have so many friends. I have so many friends that are watching like Outbreak and Pandemic and like all of this. Everything that we're literally living through, that's just like watching Tiger King while you're being mauled by the tiger. Like, it's the same thing. It's so stupid. I'm opposite end of that spectrum. I am only watching cartoons and movies from like 1993 comedies. Like, that's it. I'm going old comedy for my theme. That's my pandemic theme. Like, a lot of people have themes for their wedding, but my pandemic theme is that's what I'm going for. By the way, if you guys haven't picked up on it, I know I'm assertive, but I'm actually a female. I'm a broad, a lady, very bad at it. This pandemic hasn't helped. I've actually put makeup on more during this pandemic than I have my entire life. I'm like, oh, I got a Zoom. I'm watching YouTube tutorials. I'm like, this is what bitches do, right? They put shit on their face. Am I doing it right? And my whole life, like, I've been this way. My whole life I've been a grown-up tomboy. And then I just found out, like, right before all this shit hit the fan, I just found out that I have high testosterone. So my whole life, I just thought I was bad at being a chick, like there was something wrong with me. And then it turns out there is. Ha! Look at that. Inside the house, guys, because I don't know. What I have is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Don't fall asleep. It's very boring stuff. But all it means is that my body makes too much estrogen and then compensates with testosterone. Like, I'm such a chick. I'm a fucking dude. Like, I am ODing on gender right now, bro. I'm looking people put together, and it's a lot, if I'm being honest. Because it's almost like my body decided to transition and didn't tell me about it. You know, I'm just idling a 25% guy, which is just enough to give you some sweet sideburns and no boyfriend. I don't know if you guys know this, straight guys don't like banging other guys, and that's kind of the vibe they give off. Just going about it the wrong way. That high tea just makes you do it the wrong way. Like, I thought I was supposed to nut check you until you fell in love with me. That's what I thought I was supposed to do. Just like bullying the love of my life. Like, when are you gonna marry me, you fucking nerd? No, guys like it when you're nice to them and shit, fucking pussies. I had no idea. What's even worse is I think my 25% masculinity might be toxic. Because sometimes I'd be relating to some of the shit these dudes be doing, you know? Like, I have a problem with vulnerability. Like, the last dude that I dated, I was hanging out with a bunch of comics, and I was on the phone with my dude. Was like, all right, babe, I love you. And I was like, later, bitch. Like, you're not gonna make me look like a little bitch in front of my boys. Fuck you. It's difficult, man. The vulnerability thing is really rough for me because it's like I've always been a top. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 5'1.5 inches, and I've spooned more men in my entire life. It's like, why you got a shrimp fork next to a ladle? You're much bigger than me. And I get it. I understand. I feel safe in my arms. I get it. You know what I mean? That's the thing with testosterone. Everybody always associates it with sex drive, but it's also just drive in general. Like, I have an undying desire to provide for a family I do not have. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys can see. Boy, on my face, I am not a mother. All right, I'm keeping it tight. All right, my kids are going to be a trip to Darfur. That's what it is. Like I'm just going to go travel. I'll share this last thing with you guys and get out of here. I was at the Trader Joe's, and I was waiting in line with everybody, and there was a tiny little frail old lady that came in right when I was about to go inside, right? And she was talking to the clerk, who was like wiping down a bunch of carts, passing out the squirty squirt of the Don't Die juice. And she was wanting to go inside, and she was like, "Is there any way I could cut in line?" And then the clerk started giving her giving her the what for about how she should come back in the morning, because a lot of grocery stores are letting the old people go in first, the first hour of the day. She's like, "You should come back in the morning. That's when the old people come and they shuffle around and get their dried fruit. That's what you should do." And she was like, "I come in the morning," but there was a long ass line, so I got scared and I left. So then the woman looks at me and she goes, "Well, it's up to her then. It's up to her if you go inside." And I'm like, when did you put me in a position of power? You know what I'm saying? Why am I in charge of what happens to this old bitch? You know what I mean? Don't bring me into this. Saying this, I'm just trying to buy mixers for the vodka I've been mainlining the last 3 weeks. This old bitch's life in my hands, you know? So then this tiny little old lady just looks at me with the biggest doe eyes I've ever seen in my life and is like, Would you mind if I went in front of you? And I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck, because I don't care. Why would that matter to me? And then she doubled down on worrying. She's like, "Well, I don't want any of these people behind you to be upset with you. I don't want them to be upset." And I go, "Hey, listen, I don't give a fuck about them. Okay. If anything, I got allergies. I sneeze once and they all scatter. We'll have the whole fucking place. Don't you worry about that." That old lady died, but she died making me a hero that day, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time, guys. My name is
Cara Morales, everybody.
Yeah.
As always, the tip jar is open. I saw some tips already coming in. If you want to tip, you can Venmo up in the top right corner of the screen. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or you can super chat us on YouTube. And by the way, Carmen, 100% agree. Every time I turn on Netflix and I see that like the trending movies are like Outbreak and Pandemic and Contagion. Yeah, I watch distracting stuff to make me forget about this, like, you know, Hunger Games and I Am Legend, Judge Dredd, you know, Blade Runner, 1984, The Matrix, you know, like stuff that out, you know, where you can just kind of forget about this whole dystopian world and just
really just double down on it. Yeah,
just fade into
so you're shaking in your own home.
Yeah, I don't want to know about what's happening. I want to know about what's going to happen in a year or two. You know, like that's important.
And I find that the best way to really take your mind off it is honestly not watch these scripted movies that are about similar things. I try to watch Trump press conferences because they're totally devoid of reality. And so it helps. Boom.
When you watch that, it's very easy to just be like, "Oh, who wrote this? They thought this would be believable."
Yeah. Writer Sharknado 3 or what?
Yeah. By the way, shout out. We've got some coming in.
You're supposed to make it easier for me to suspend disbelief, and I can't do that with you.
Yeah. So Savannah Martin throws in $10 and says for Carmen, and then with tons of different emojis of pointings and happy cats and feet and smiles and all kinds of stuff. Ellen Shaw throws in $5 and says for Carmen's Don't Die juice. Nice. We got any coming in on YouTube?
We sure do. For Carmen, we have $5 from Heather Scott. I hope they never incorporate smell into our virtual world. I'm still mad they can see me in Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a trick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
And Jessica Kibble sent $24.99. Carmen, that was so funny. You are super fierce lady.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Jessica. And
We also had-
I beat up all of my boyfriends, is what she means.
And a couple of super chats come in, just general super chats. We had a gentleman on Facebook, Rio Glondo, sent 95 stars. And Shannon Kerr wanted to clarify what Steve said to her when she said that her fiance died. She said, Steve said he was happy to be there in a time of darkness. I can see why that made her laugh. Hilarious. And
it says, you didn't even read it right. It says a light in a time of darkness.
I didn't see
the joke still lands, dude. I don't know if you're
happy to be there in a time of darkness.
But that's what I usually say to comfort people. And maybe it was funny just because the idea of a light shining off my stupid head might have been funny. I don't know.
She also said, and I have 2 girls who are redheads, and I knew my fiance since we were 4 years old, and my kid's red ginger kid, and honestly loved Steve. This is also for Ben to get more mugs. And Ben.
Boom.
She said an exclamation point.
Oh, not only did she say something super sweet and she supported the show, but she also took a shot at Ben. Shannon, we love you.
Much, and I love that. It just seems a little convenient to me that her kids are redheads and love Steve.
What are you talking about? My kids would be bald. My kids wouldn't have any hair.
How comforting were you, Steve? How comforting were you, my friend? In her time of darkness, what did you provide the light with? Your flashlight? What's happening here, Steve?
My question is, Steve, is did she say her fiance died, or you were dead to her? Maybe you were the guy with the fiance. Is this what happened? Like after this?
Yeah, that's like you know, Bowers, don't comfort people. So
I don't try to. I just stay at funerals in this coat, and no one ever comes over to me, so it works out.
Well, yeah, because they think you're the funeral parlor drapes. That's why. They might use you to wipe their glasses at some point. But.
2 more super chats come in for Carmen. We had Hudson in Florida gave $3 for Carmen. That was awesome. And Z Bunster gave $10 and said, "Thanks, Carmen!" Exclamation point.
Oh, anytime.
Florida.
What I noticed though is sometimes when people die, the kind of comedy that they want is sometimes the most fucked up. Like I had that happen to me, like a buddy of mine, his dad had passed away, and then I made this really messed up joke about banging his dead dad, and he was like, "This is the first time I've ever laughed since he's died." And I was like, that joke didn't. Am I a fucking monster, dude?
Yeah. And that guy was like, "Oh, I can't believe this dude wants to bang my dead dad."
Yeah, exactly. I'll be gentle, bro. I'll be fucking gentle, bro.
I mean, which brings up the question: what are your boyfriends like in real life? Are they more like softer dudes? Do they let you really be the alpha, or is it kind of competing alphas? What's that situation like?
It's both. It's a lot of time, like most of the time, like beta males are super attracted to me again because they're like, she'll provide for me, right? So I get that a lot. And every once in a while I'll get like an alpha male that'll like look at me and be like, "Oh, I could fight her for position," you know? And then like I could battle with that bitch for a little bit, right? And either way I'm open to it, you know? I'm always game to fight. So, but then sometimes I get checked. Like I'll get my, like that shit will be like, I was seeing this dude that was like 6'4", like a basketball player, like a huge dude. And one day it was like after a show and I had a good set. So I was real cocksure, couple cocktails in, he couldn't tell me nothing, right? I was sassy with this dude. I was all up in his face and he just kept smiling at me. And then I was like, what's so fucking funny, dude? And then he picked me up and like set me on my own bed, and I was like, "Oh, you're bigger than me. Okay, you win." I forgot.
Nice.
I have, by the way, another tip for Carmen.
It's both things.
It's both. Fair enough.
Christopher Capo threw in $10. Said, "Carmen, great set." Said the comedians on here have been killing it. Said, and Carmen is killing it. It being old ladies at the grocery store.
Steve particularly liked that joke because he likes killing old people in their gardens.
It's the hey, that was one guy, one time.
Courtney.
Yes.
I wonder, are there times for you in your life where you feel uncomfortable, like being sweet or affectionate with your husband when you're out in public? Do you ever say, "All right, bitch, I'll call you back," or are you being very sweet always and you don't care?
Courtney, this is a trap question. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
He would probably say, "I'm not always sweet, BG."
Really?
I think it's pretty safe to say I'm not always sweet.
I thought this question was going to be like whatever answer you'd be, and then Ben would be like, because in 2008, I distinctly recall.
He pulls out his big notebook, his book of secrets. In 2011, you tweeted Ben Gleib is the great.
Hilarious.
Ben, I'm not always sweet, but I try my best.
You're a very sweet person overall, I would say. Very sweet.
I also like that you guys are, you guys dated for a while, and you guys seem still like you're close friends. Like,
Yeah.
That's nice.
With
That
the
doesn't always
exception of
happen.
that whole kid thing.
I go to his
Yeah, but
party.
look, that's Carmen.
I go
That's
to
for
your
the
birth-
courts to decide. But like
What's that, Courtney?
No.
I go to your birthday party every year. I even brought my husband to your birthday party.
Yes, you did.
I was on your talk show.
Yeah. It was a blast. You actually told a very funny story on my show about our first date or the first time you came over to my apartment. Do you remember that story?
Mm-mm. Oh, there was no place to sit. There was no place to sit.
Yes.
And I
Wait,
was
hold
like,
on a
do I-
second. Hold on. Wait. Can I just point out the disparity here? That Ben remembers the positioning of the cover of FHM that you were on. And
Yeah.
Courtney didn't remember your first date.
Now, you want to share the no place to sit
Well,
story?
I walked into this, and he's a clean person, but not a tidy person. Like he's a hygienic person, but not at all organized or tidy. I mean, the complete antithesis. So I walk into his place, and there are clothes piled everywhere and strewn everywhere, and magazines piled, and books, and just like all this shit and random things like Christmas ornaments, skateboard, starfish, like the craziest stuff, but like not even like the full skateboard, just like the board part, no wheels on it. But, like, everything's everywhere.
He's also
And I was
Jewish and doesn't skate. So just want to throw those two things in there
Oh, there
too.
was a bowling ball. There's a bowling ball, and then like just all this. And I thought, like, do I sit on this stack of porno magazines, or do I sit on this like on the bed that has like clothes piled for days? Like, I don't know.
Yes.
What a
And
fun
I
way
don't
to
even
find out
remember what
PG
that.
is a hoarder. What a fun way to find that out.
Yes.
Total
I
hoarder.
think that
Total hoarder.
I think that bowling ball, by the way, I left it at your house about 12 years ago. I don't know if you threw it away or if you still have
there.
it,
It's
but it's still there. It has
And I
my
used
name
the-
on it.
I used the starfish as the star in the Christmas tree.
I remember that.
Oh my God. So they weren't Christmas ornaments. They were just dead marine animals.
Courtney sent me on the
Porter,
task
his
of buying the
starfish
Christmas
are the dead
tree.
cat bodies.
Yeah.
Courtney sent me on the task of buying the Christmas tree for your place, and I never bought a Christmas tree before. I'm Jewish. I don't even know why I had ornaments. And so I bought a tree that was too tall. I remember being a little disappointed that it was too tall. It basically touched the ceiling of your place. We had to stick that starfish right in there against the ceiling. It was not an ideal setup. He was very nice about it.
It was fun. We improvised. It was fun.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, I don't
Jared,
remember where I sat at your house that day. Anyway.
I think on the bed. It was, it's all part of a plan. Just make a path only to the bed.
yeah. It's brilliant. This isn't hoarding. This is preparation.
Right. I thought that was that story, but I had a buddy once. I went to his apartment in Denver, and like he didn't have a couch or any chairs. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, bro, it's genius, man. The only place to sit is on the bed. So when I bring a girl back, we're already on the bed, man." I was like, "You're a fucking weirdo." His apartment, it was awful.
Yeah, you just be like, hey, how come you don't have any napkins or paper towels or anything? He's like, oh, it's genius, man. Just chloroform rags. That way.
Oh my God. And look, guys, I'm not going to confirm or deny if I'm a hoarder, but I will take the camera out of the tripod and just show you what's been hanging out here from the last few weeks of episodes. New Zealish and the cheese head, sanitizer, the foam head, the mug, the pig in the background.
Auction all of those tomorrow to try to raise money.
Oh my God.
What you
so
don't
that
see
said-
is he's sitting on a pile of starfish. That's what you don't see.
His weight, it's a little uncomfortable.
Make a wish.
Jared,
Make a wish.
Jared, you want to catch us up?
We're caught up. We haven't had
We
any
got a bunch of game entries though.
Yes, we have a ton of.
Before we do the game entries, want to remind everybody that tomorrow we're doing a special show. We normally don't have shows on Mondays, but tomorrow we're gonna have a show on Monday that starts at 4:20 p.m. Pacific, 4:20 p.m. Eastern, 1:20 Pacific. It is a Stone-a-thon to get me stoned for the first time. If we're trying to raise money for the Friendly Shoulder Grants, where we give money to out-of-work comedians. And Ben's cousin was kind enough to bring this by, along with a bag of goodies, because if there's one thing I'm going to do, it's going to be wear a pot t-shirt. I guess I'll do it tomorrow.
Yes.
On the thing. And by the way, just in case I don't like a white shirt, figured, hey, let's give some options. Same shirt, but in black. Also, 2 lighters, which is super important because I'm probably going to fuck one of them up. I'm really a newbie at this. And if I could say one thing about this bag of stuff, it's that it smells like other comedians.
My entire apartment smells like comedians right now because they brought some over, and then Chrissy looked at the YouTube video how to roll a joint because we only used a pipe and it did not work. So there's pot everywhere.
That's actually what I've been using this time in quarantine for. I've been teaching myself how to finally roll a joint since I've been having other people roll them for me since I was fucking 14. I'm finally doing it.
Nice.
I'm proud of you.
Good,
Courtney,
good to
also,
know,
if you
good to learn a
remember,
skill.
that cousin, my cousin Dan, who now is involved with Cream of the Crop Gardens, the weed company, crashed at your house one night back when we all got super drunk. I don't know if you remember this.
I remember that too. I feel like I was hosting
fun.
a lot of like after parties. We were going to the comedy shows like pretty much 4 nights a week, and people were just coming back every time.
Well, they would go to Ben's
that
place,
far.
But there were no seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Courtney's house wasn't that far from the Improv and the Comedy Store, so Courtney always was down to host a party, so we would go back there and drink tequila and have a good time.
Good times. Unforgettable.
What is your favorite tequila these days? Because I have a brand new favorite tequila. It's, I think, the greatest of all time.
I can't wait to hear it. Clase Azul, the white ceramic bottle with the blue. I love that.
Oh, that's good.
And then I always say this, like, out of all the tequilas that I've tasted, and I think I've tasted pretty much everything in the world, and I used to collect them and have a bar at the house, a tequila bar. I need to make that happen again because that was fun. But I like good old Patron. Like I feel it's like the Coca-Cola of tequila. It's reliable. It's good. You don't get a hangover. And so that's the go-to if there's nothing else. But Clase Azul would be my favorite.
If there's any
that's
poor
a pretty
people
solid
listening
one.
to this, Espolón is a very nice tequila as well. For people who don't have really good tequila money, Espolón will make sure that you feel amazing. Because that's what happens is like because I do Zoom shows too, and I always drink tequila, and by the end of it, I'm like, who wants to party? But I'm isolated, like I'm in quarantine myself, so I just party with all my stuffed animals. It's pretty fun.
I love that.
I like Espolón. Espolón's really good, and
I think the best one is Don Julio 1942. It's my jam these days. So good.
Nice rich flex there, BG.
I don't buy it. People buy me shots. My boys and I have 1940 Tuesdays. We go meet on Tuesdays and get drunk, and they buy the shots. I drink them. That's free.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't drink anymore, but mine have tasted. It was a little known one. You guys probably don't know it. It was named after his founder, Jose Cuervo.
Ooh.
It's a very
yeah.
I don't actually like it. Don't react like I actually like it. I was pretending it was a small brand.
Did you know that Cuervo's not actually tequila? It's not made of agave. It's actually tequila flavored vodka. Isn't that
that is something that both I didn't know and that I know that you knew. So
tomorrow,
right, we gotta do the game.
Yeah, we've got a ton. Sorry,
it doesn't matter that you don't drink anymore because tomorrow, luckily, Steve becomes a stoner and will be living in a stoner life from now on. So I'm very excited about this.
Yeah. By the way, there has been so much concern on my social media that they're like, "But you've been sober." I'm like, I'm not freaking Barney from The Simpsons. Like, I'm not suddenly gonna have like something. It's I work in bars. I'm around bars all the time. Like that's
also
my job.
Obviously pot isn't your problem. Something else is.
Yeah, it's self-esteem.
Yeah.
And cut to Steve tomorrow at 5:10 p.m. He'll be like, "Hey, Homer."
Yeah. All of a sudden, be like, "Where did he get that red shirt? I don't even understand."
Steve's
all right,
got
we have
dreadlocks.
so many.
How did that happen?
We have so many entries for the game. So let's. Do we have any non-paid that are really great that we should read, or should we go right to the paid?
We do, and we just got a $5 super chat from Robert Edwards. Courtney, my dad, bought his old race car from the 80s. It's a 40 Ford Coupe. Help? ?
He wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
Well, but you have the car. Wait, did the car get away?
He doesn't say. He said my dad bought his old race car from the 80s back. It's a 40 Ford Coupe.
So.
Well, if it's the ride that got away, we could help you. You could submit his story, and it's theridethatgotaway.com or royalgarage.com. No A in Royal, and you can submit the story, but there has to be a deserving element to it.
I think maybe he's just saying it's a shitty old car, and can you help him renovate it?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
For the right price. No? on the show, though, we can make it happen.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna put a hot dog machine in it. So
not overhauling, right?
Talking about exhibit again.
All right. What do we got, Jarrett?
Oh, we got so many. I just want to say real quick, Steve, how many times have we been on the road together? You didn't think to tell me that you're gonna do a high show? Like, good Lord.
I did, but you were high.
Oh, yeah, I just forgot about it. And I can't believe you're going bong instead of edibles for your first try. Like that's, you're trying to run.
Oh no, I've been told by everyone.
Scare them.
I've been told by everyone not to start with edibles. Are you
No.
fucking insane?
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right. So some non-paid good entries. We had
the contest is to remind people it is Quarantine a Movie.
Quarantine a Movie. T. Lee Witt 81. Alone in the Dark. No joke. My power is out.
Nice.
Mark Pomfret. Didn't give a movie, but said directed by Quentin Quarantino.
Nice.
H.
By the way, that's Kill Bills.
Jeremy H. said, "Look who's talking," but it's who spelled out like the World Health Organization. The organization.
Not for long, they're not.
That's right.
Lost in Isolation. That was a pretty good one.
Oh, how about Look Who's Been Defunded? Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't see that one. That Lane Boy said there's something about Mary. She has a fever and is coughing a lot. Raz Van Mindrew said super bad flu.
Nice.
And Callus, this one I liked a lot. Every time I see protesters online, natural born carriers.
Nice.
Love it.
All right, should we get to the official entries?
Yeah, I'm gonna read one real quick because I've got one that came in on Venmo. So Megan Smith threw in $5 and played Eat, Nap, Stay. Nice.
Okay. So again, there are a ton of these. So if you remember to write down the ones that you like for voting.
Yeah. So I know Kareem had a piece out.
Can we throw any in if there's any that we have?
I'm sorry,
yeah. We just do them after the game. So Kareem had to go. So Carmen and Courtney, you are helping decide the vote. So listen for your favorites.
Okay. So Robert Edwards gave 2. He said Speed 2 Poo's Control, and Star Trek 4 The Voyage. Well, damn. To the Rescue had 3 entries. Bridget Jones' Stay-at-Home Diary. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle Drive-Thru. And
nice.
And SARS and The Real Girl.
Oh my God.
Mario Misor gave $5, said Star Wars The Rise of Hand Washer.
Nice.
Day had a bunch of entries. Infection instead of Inception. No Close Encounters of Any Kind.
Nice.
Spider-Man Stay at Home.
Nice.
It's a Wonderful Quarantine. Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Quarantine. And
I put Dr. Strange Cough was the one that I had for that.
Dr. Strange cough would be
Strange
good. And also James Bond from Wuhan with Love.
Nice.
Kyra M had a bunch of submissions. Citizen Kane because he didn't stay home. Raiders of the Last TP Supply.
Nice.
See, I have Raiders of the Lost Mask. That's what I have. Raiders of the Lost Mask.
To all the boys I've loved through social distancing.
Nice.
Schindler's List of essential items to buy. One was written. There's a note on it. It's still Kyra M, but she put a note on behalf of Chris Asmo. 28 days later, was still in quarantine.
Nice.
And don't be a menace to society while holding a "My Body, My Choice" sign and protesting stay-at-home orders in Wisconsin.
Nice.
Razvan Mindrew had another entry, Terminator Rise of the Virus. Z Bunster for Chuck Farmer's entry, SARS Wars.
Nice.
Adam Meisenheimer, Essential Clerks.
Nice.
Richard Earl Deary Jr. had 3 entries, Night of the Living Pandemic, Rambo First Quarantine, and Superman 4 The Quest for Quarantine. Amina Saleh had 2 entries, Death at a Hospital, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kid's IQ. A very, very dark entry from That Lane Boy. Rocky relationship has ended up in domestic abuse.
Holy shit.
Very dark.
Oh.
Funny and Fearless. We bought a Zoom stock.
Oh, nice.
And the last official entry from Jeremy H. 4 canceled weddings and a funeral. If I could just submit.
God, you guys had some good ones.
If I could submit my own non-paid submission, Toy Story 5. The kids are always home, so the toys are just toys.
Nice.
Oh, also we had a poem from last week's game that I was asked to read. I don't know if you guys will do that now or vote on the things now.
Well, we'll vote on it. We'll close with the poem.
Okay.
Okay. So, and do any of our on-camera folks, whether you're comedians or guests or hosts or audience, have any that you want to throw in there?
I got a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
No coughing for old men.
Nice.
COVID of Arabia. One cough over the antibodies test.
Nice.
COVID hood Prince of TP. And I think I have one more. Oh, TP Confidential is the other one I have instead of
Nice. I have Apocalypse Shortly.
Oh, I have Economic Apocalypse now.
Oh, nice. And I also have the classic Singing in the House.
I have a couple of them.
Go for it.
I got a couple. I don't have as many as usual, and I hope they're not as long as usual. I've got All Quiet on the Western Civilization.
Nice.
True. And I've got Gone 'Cause of the Wind. and I've got Raiders of the Last Cart.
That's what? Oh, cart?
Because food is going away.
I was gonna go with Raiders of the Closed Park.
Oh, that's good too. That's true.
I also have Mad Mask Fury Road. Mad Mask Fury Road.
Yeah, nice.
Mad Mask Fury Road. Okay,
that's good. That's really
I went like Carmen's No Country for Old Men Anymore, and then Never Get Out of Your House. That was mine.
Nice. We could also just go with The Mask. That's a good one.
We did have a couple of non-paid entries that were just the name of the movie, like Die Hard.
Well, we would have gone Die Easily. That's the
or Cough Hard.
Yeah, Cough Hard. Or Die Alone with a Vengeance.
Or how about instead of Annie Hall, I Need Halls.
Annie Halls is good. Any holes.
Any holes. Any holes.
Any holes.
Any
Yeah.
holes.
The cherry kind, the mint kind, any holes.
Yeah,
Yes.
any holes whatsoever. All right, there's so many good ones. This was incredible. I love how funny our audience is. It's the best. All right, with that, let's take a vote. Obviously, if you guys want to vote in the comments what your favorite one is, we'll see what the consensus are. But that said, Carmen Morales, what's your vote?
My favorite was Honey, I Shrunk My Kids IQ.
Nice.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that too. I can relate to it. You guys, I'm homeschooling, and like, parents are not teachers. Like, this is an art form, and kids are defiant as shit. It is so hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever. Oh my gosh, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So I would agree.
Her dad isn't helping. He's live streaming 5 times a week.
True. And this is the hardest thing she's ever had to do. And she dated me. So you can tell how hard homeschooling is. Similar activities, really.
That's a good one.
Her daughter's like, I don't want to rebuild a carburetor. Jesus Christ, Mom. This is real skill.
And she's like, I dated Ben Gleib for years. People do things that are difficult, okay?
What were you going to say, Courtney?
I also like the 4 canceled weddings and a funeral. That was clever.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I can relate to that too.
Where does your vote
Which
go
one?
if you choose one?
I like the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids IQ. That's hilarious.
All right, 2 votes for that. Off to an early lead. Bowers, what do you got?
I liked Eat Nap Stay. I love SARS and the Real Girl. I love Citizen Kane for being outside. I like Schindler's List of essential items to buy. I like Essential Clerks. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids IQ was a good one. We bought a Zoom stock. I really liked 4 Cancer Weddings and a Funeral. I'm gonna go. We bought a Zoom stock. I like that one a lot.
Awesome. We bought a Zoom. All right. Ben, what's yours?
I hope you enjoyed the part of the show right there where Bowers recounts all of the entries.
I felt particularly bad for the 3 he didn't name.
My vote goes to SARS and the Real Girl. That is hilarious.
This is a tough one. That's one of my favorites as well. I had a tough time deciding between Eat Nap Stay, SARS and the Real Girl, and We Bought a Zoom. All of those were so good.
What's the audience saying? You want to weigh in with the audience?
I was gonna say I was gonna pick one. We're gonna have a tie, and then the audience is gonna break it.
Oh, great!
All right. So I would say it is between Honey, I Shrunk the Kids IQ and SARS and the Real Girl. Those are the 2 right now. So in the comments, vote for yours between those 2, SARS and the Real Girl or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids IQ, and we'll decide on the winner from there. So while that is going on, while the votes are coming in, Jared, can you read the poem?
Yes. So here is the poem from yesterday's game winner. Ben and Bowers liked my story, and now I'm here to claim the glory. Just another achievement is my gain, just another reason to stay so vain. Thank you all for sharing the time. Most of your comedy is quite sublime. The contest winnings make me shimmy, gimme.
That, by the way, Savannah Martin in the front row. So.
Hey, Savannah Martin, ladies and gentlemen.
We know what's in the rest of the book. It's poetry.
And we had another super chat, just to let you know.
Oh yeah, throw in the other super chat. What do we got?
Okay, from Russ Grayton or Groton sent $5. Anyone help? My cat is looking at me like Samuel Jackson in Black Snake Moan. What is he planning to do to me? I'm scared. Okay.
That's a long name for a movie. I don't fully understand.
Yeah.
We also had Luis Marquez over on Facebook sent 795 stars, said, got here because of Steve, and I'm having a really good time. Thank you all. Good luck. Cheers from Portugal.
Well, thank you very much to Portugal. We much appreciate that. And with that,
I must be especially, I especially appreciate when people watch from countries like Portugal, because to you, it's just a bunch of pretty faces, and a lot of gibberish going on. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I think Ben is talking about himself when he's watching Brazilian television.
He's like, I don't understand.
I like it. I'm a fan.
Yeah, he's like, I don't get it. No one's getting a wax? What's happening? This was poorly advertised.
Anna Martin, by the way, would have read her own poem, except she had peanut butter still in her mouth. Loves peanut butter, that young lady.
Just so you're aware, people are more educated than you give them credit for in other countries too.
In other countries.
FYI.
I don't believe it. I do not believe it. That's why America's number one, baby. Look at them. They're unstoppable.
Yeah, we are number one in two things, the most cases of COVID-19 and country code.
Oh, and arrogance. You forgot arrogance.
And corona deaths. Let's not forget.
That's just Ben. That's just Ben.
Yeah.
I have not died of corona. I don't know what you mean.
No, I meant.
He got
arrogance,
a sense of smell back.
I
all right.
beat it. I beat it.
He beat it.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, he couldn't get a test though because he's not a tiger. So
that is correct. Correct.
All right, what's break the tie? What do we got?
Let's see here on the Zoom. Let's see here. IQ, SARS.
We're not going to actually count vote. Like, what's the overwhelming?
There's 3 votes, and SARS
no,
has 2
there's
votes.
Also hold on. There's Facebook and YouTube and all the. Yeah, do you know that we broadcast this? It's not just us.
I thought
now I understand why you tell him about the weed thing. Now I totally get it now.
I would say that I'm looking at the Facebook, I'm looking at the Zoom, I'm looking at the YouTube. I got everything open. It's like
it looks to me like it's IQ.
Yeah, it's IQ. It's IQ.
Yeah, IQ on YouTube. It is overwhelming. Yeah, almost a sweep there. So you agreed with our guests. You telling the host to fuck off. We're wrong. That Honey, I Shrunk the Kids IQ is the winner. Also, because y'all probably have kids. So that said,
tell the host to fuck off, just like Ben Gleib tells all of his kids to fuck off.
My favorite thing about this is we know this is going to be a running joke. Like, this is not it's going to be over after this episode. From here on out, Ben is all of our fathers. That's just what happens. It's from here on out.
Which is great for Steve. That's what Steve needs. He needs a new daddy.
That's exactly right. It's about damn time I was all of your fathers. I have a couple of things I'd like to explain to all of you youngins. Firstly, I appreciate that any of you even believe that I've had enough sex to make babies. So I appreciate that. That's kind of you. I appreciate that you think I'm enough of a playboy that I don't take care of the children that I have fathered. It's not true. I have a dog named Henry Horse, and he's very happy.
By the way,
all I know.
Bowers. When our dad Ben dies, I call dibs on the mug.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to clean up that whole fucking house. It's gonna suck.
I can hear everything you're saying.
Well, Bowers, I mean, you go to the store every 4 days. You can get cleaning products, so that's fine.
Yeah, right.
I'm also really excited about when Ben dies that Steve will start a grant in his honor, benefiting.
Yeah.
Benefiting other comedians who have neglected their children.
It's going to be called benefiting.
Guys, this is a really fun game. Who else is really excited about what aspect of when I die? Anybody else? Anybody else?
I have a very important super chat that just came in, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
So, the winner of the contest, Amina Saleh, said, "I've won before, so the other person can keep the prize. By the way, Gleib working on my 3rd degree and still #Team Bowers and nerdy Lex Luthor."
Oh, nice. Nice. All
Team
right.
Bowers, baby.
That said, okay.
So listen, I know that sounds like a slam, but at least you didn't have any great thoughts about me after I die. So I take it as a compliment. I think that was a huge compliment. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Much love. Gleib Squad.
Look, is it better to be hated or forgotten entirely? All right, I'll take.
Well, yeah.
I'll take people planning my death.
Those aren't the only 2 choices, Steve. You know that, right? You can live your life in a way. That's not how it works.
No, Bowers, you've known me for 10 years. Those are my only 2 choices. You're well aware.
Look, If I do die, you guys, at least I will die happy knowing that Bowers will be there in a very stupid jacket.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
I'll wear
true.
the best. I'll wear my. By the way, the fact that you would outlive me is insane. That's not going to fucking. Or that I would outlive you. There's no way I'm.
Or you
outliving
mean the other way
so
around?
That's what I mean. I'm saying I'm going to die before Ben for sure. What I think is funny is tomorrow on the show when Steve smokes pot. What if you all of a sudden became super nice and loving and like, hey man, you just like, right? It's like it just clicked your brain one time and you just all of a sudden were like this affable, awesome guy that everybody just.
Well, before we risk that, I have one more thing to say to Ben.
Let me just say,
in case, guys, this might be on my angry deathbed. I have to be very careful. This is my last chance.
Bowers is not the best at trash talk. I made fun of his jacket post my death, and he replied with, "Yeah, you think that's funny? I'm not gonna outlive you."
It wasn't a comeback as much as a reality check, man. I'm just saying you're gonna have to find somebody else to clean out that fucking house. I'm not gonna be there.
By the way, on Ben's funeral at the funeral home, it will say funeral of Ben Gleib, once had sex with FHM's top 100 most beautiful woman.
He'll be holding the magazine in the casket with her on the cover.
But at least cleaning up my house won't be that hard. I'll just have all my illegitimate children come over and just grab stuff. It'll be like
it's called inheritance supermarket sweep. It's going to be.
Yeah.
You got 10 minutes in a pillowcase to get whatever you can out of Ben's house before.
Yeah. All right.
Courtney, I'm so sorry for everything that you had to endure today.
I signed up for it.
Yes, it is.
I think Bowers is right, though.
Years ago.
I think Bowers is right, though. I think when Steve smokes pot, it's going to be like comedian relates to heckler.
Yeah.
Gives heckler a chance to not be a piece of shit. Like, I think it's really going to change things for him.
Comedian empathizes with heckler.
Comedian gives heckler benefit of the doubt that maybe they were just laughing too loud or in a weird way.
It's just gonna be like someone's gonna interrupt me and be like, "Nah, man, it's a really tough time at home. I get it. We all go through something, man. After, should we get a bite? Is that cool? I'm not sober anymore, so we can go get a drink because I smoked one and now I'm Barney. So
no, don't make this sad, Steve. We're all having a good time talking about Ben dying. Don't make it weird if you lose some sobriety, okay?
Hey, that said, let's wrap up the show. So,
yes.
Okay, let's wrap up the show. Carmen, do your plugs. What's up? Where can people find out more about you? CarmenMorales.com for all of your Carmen Morales needs.
Follow me on the assorted social media at The Funny Carmen. Also on Tuesday, the 21st at 5 p.m. Pacific time, we are doing there's a benefit show for the Comedy Store. Please watch that. It's at thecomedystore.com. Please watch that. It's going to have Whitney Cummings, Theo Vaughn, Bill Burr, an assortment of people. They're going to do 3 different hours, and it's going to be great. All the money goes to the Comedy Store and the people that work there. Wow, that is awesome. And Courtney, tell the people more about you and where we can find you and all that stuff.
So my website's under construction. It's CourtneyHansen.com, Hansen. But the new one is coming soon. The show, The Ride That Got Away, can be found on Amazon Prime, and season 2 is going to be on History Channel coming this fall, and also Amazon Prime. And then in social media, Instagram's Courtney_Hansen, Twitter's Courtney Hansen, and Facebook is official Courtney Hansen.
Yes.
So yeah.
Thank you for being here, Courtney.
Thank you. Thank you
Courtney.
for having me. Thanks, you guys so much.
Bowers, what do we
got?
got?
All the stuff, BowersAlbum.com for my new album, Unpopular Opinions. Check that out.
Excellent. And Ben.
Thank you so much. Services will be held on Saturday between 2 and 2:15. A salad bar at my parents' house. Stop over to my house and grab stuff. Just grab some stuff on the way out. It would be great. Also, if somehow I come back from the dead like Jesus on May 2nd, I'm doing a show at the Nowhere Comedy Club at 7:30 p.m., 10:30 Eastern, and you can get tickets at nowherecomedyclub.com. Thanks for being here, everybody.
I forgot something. Could I say something if you guys don't mind?
Sure.
If any of your listeners are lonely, I have a podcast called No Sir, I Don't Like It. If anybody is lonely and needs to pretend like they're on a conference call so they don't seem like a loser, I have a podcast that you guys could listen to. It's called No Sir, I Don't Like It. It's me. I have a guest on. We talk about shit we don't like. It's super easy, super fun.
Awesome.
Which reminds me, by the way, after that plug, that with all the talk of me dying, perhaps my podcast shouldn't be called Last Week on Earth with Ben Gleib.
So with that, this Thursday, I am doing I'm doing my full show at the Nowhere Comedy Club, the full hour that I was touring with. So please check that out, with the possibility of a very, very famous comedian being a special guest. We're working on it, which I'm very excited about, and more so tomorrow. So tomorrow, I am going to look like this. Tomorrow, I am getting stoned for the first time. We're going to see how that goes if we raise enough money. It's not guaranteed. So you gotta come watch, come participate. It'll be on all the usual channels. Enjoy. We're going to play stoner themed games. Doug Benson is a guest. We also have some amazing other guests that we're going to reveal through the episode. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to learn how to, this is a pitcher, right? You pour the pot out like that? Is that how you do it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you're steeping tea. It's just like steeping tea. Yeah. Just
yeah, like a decanter. Is that how it's going to?
Yep.
All right. Yep. I'm going to burn down
Tomorrow's going to be so much fun. Tomorrow's going to be so much fun, and even more so because I will be stoned in the first 5 minutes of the show, I'm pretty sure. So that'll be very exciting.
Yeah. And as we say in Judaism, how is this night different from all others? But that said, you guys were wonderful. Right after this, Katrina Davis has a show at Nowhere Comedy Club. Go check it out. She's super funny. She's been on the program before. If you enjoyed her there, you will enjoy her live. Brett Druck is hosting it. It's going to be great. So check that out, and we'll see you soon. Take us out, Taylor.
Thank you so much.